Okay, round two, a big one. Look at this, a big one, but this doesn't look like vinyl, does it? This looks like, I don't know. You know, one of these days, this is going to be a bomb, and this channel will be over. So let's hope it's not today. And I've got a little bit of warning as to what this is, a little bit of intel. But as with all, can you hear me? Okay. As with all boxes, you never really know. That's what's fun, right? I mean, gosh, you guys, I remember getting mail. I didn't buy too many records in the mail or too many tapes or CDs back in the day, but I do remember getting mail. I used to get a magazine subscription, and we used to have a post office that was like a 5-minute walk from our house. And that was always a great feeling. And when I was waiting for something to arrive in the mail, I'd go to the post office, open the box, realize it wasn't there, and go home dejected. So mail is like always very fun. Now I'm being very careful with this box cutter because the last time I got really, really close and I almost wrecked something. And so now I'm terrified. Like, how are you supposed to open boxes if you're running the risk of, look, I just love the way that boxes look when they get so like peppered with stickers. Okay, now, by the way, shout out to Dez. This is from Dez. And where did it come from? Hold on. California, maybe? Does that say California? I think it maybe came from California. It feels pretty heavy. Always a joy to receive mail and to, you know, to see this stuff and to kind of like see what was like what was important to people or like what they value or what you know what's kind of interesting, like what are they curious that they want me to see, you know, because that's kind of cool. Like I have stuff in my collection that might not be worth a lot, but it's like if a Genesis or Phil Collins fan was coming over to my house, what would I show them if I could only show them one thing? So look at this. Enjoy. Oh, and this says bottom. Okay. Again, I got a little bit of a warning of what might be in here. Anthrax. You never know. Oh, always with the letter. I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, this is very organized. Okay, I'm not going to read that. This letter is like kind of describing what's in here, but I don't want to read that because I want this to be a surprise. So it looks to me that we have some cassette tapes. Can you see that? All right, so let's go through these. These look like they're in really nice shape. Oh my goodness. Okay, the first one, this is interesting, right? Look at that. Let me put it over here. That is really cool. I think this is 3, right? Is this because look, it says Intruder. So this is Intruder. No Self-Control, Start, I don't remember, Family Shop, Snapshot. So this is Melt, but why does it have a unique cover like that? That's pretty cool. Never seen that before. You know what I love about this? This is so cool. And look at this next one here. So here's Car, here's number 1. But this is really special because the records that I have, the Peter Gabriel tapes that I have, don't have the full artwork like that, which is really, really cool. So I don't have mine with me right now, but I don't have the full artwork. Usually they do like the square, like the vinyl cover, and then the track listing below it on the front. Okay, this is really interesting too. Like, yeah, you don't see this. You don't see this cover very much. So this is security, right? Very, very cool. So I don't know if I told you this, but I've always had cassette players. I've had a couple in here in the studio. And I have a really nice one that's in really good condition. And recently I got a new receiver and some new speakers in my living room where my turntable was. And so I brought my cassette deck down there, and it just so happened that the cassette deck and the receiver all lined up nicely. So now I have like a place to listen to cassettes. And I actually have been listening to cassettes, not as much as vinyl, but like quite a lot, more than I listen to streaming. So this is really cool because, yeah, I'm going to listen to it. And they look like they're in beautiful shape. And look at that. Beautiful, beautiful version of Scratch. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Des. Look at that. Okay, the best part about tapes. Raise your hand. What's the best part about tapes? Real quick, 3, 2, 1. Spines. The spines. And so much so like the last domino, right? During throwing it all away. Love the spines. And the spines of these look great. And I love the full art front. They're like Pokemon cards. Actually, that is kind of what I still love about tapes, is that they remind me a lot of baseball cards. So this is, okay, look, here is a German version of Security. So that's the type of artwork I'm more familiar with. I believe this is German. Oh my goodness, the titles. Okay, let's see if I can get in here. Is this German? The titles are, I believe that's German. Okay, so we have Peter Gabriel 3 and Peter Gabriel 4 sung in German. Oh my goodness, that's going to be so cool. Okay, so we have this as well. This is amazing. Okay, so we have Intruder, or the Intruder record, Melt. Very beautiful artwork too, that cutoff look. So we have 3 and 4 sung in German, which is kind of like what Phil did on Tarzan. I did not know that existed. That is really cool. Okay, and so then we have 2 copies of Plays Live, it looks like. 2 very different copies. And again, like, I'm very interested to know why we have so many different versions of artwork. It's got to be where it was released. Charisma. It's got to be where it was released. And yeah, and here's some very, very nice. Oh, I'm so grateful for these. I have a major problem. I have a nice little like contained bookshelf that has my books and some books and my records and my turntable and my amps and the cassette player. And I also have a little shelf for cassettes. And I have a lot of Phil and Genesis cassettes, and I have more coming in the mail, which I'll do a video on soon. And now I have a massive Peter Gabriel, and I already had some Peter Gabriel. I have Shaking the Tree. I had So, and I had 1 or 2 others. And now I have a massive, thanks to Des, I have a massive Peter Gabriel cassette collection. And now I'm going to run out of room on that bookshelf. That is so beautiful. I can't believe we got some German copies too. Okay, let's keep going. So this is like a weird mixed batch here. Okay, so we have Sun City. So the note here is from Des is Artists United Against Apartheid. From what I can see, there isn't a song on here from Peter, but No More Apartheid is an improvisational piece featuring Peter Gabriel and Indian violinist L. Shankar. Okay, very cool. Sun City. Very nice. Des, you kept your collection so good. This looks like another compilation, this time with Biko. And Tears for Fears is on here, as well as Bryan Adams and Sting. A big Peter fan. The Gremlins soundtrack. Oh my goodness. I remember that movie. That was such a weird movie, wasn't it? So many people in the 80s grew up on that. And that features Out from Peter Gabriel. It's a very short soundtrack, it looks like. That's on Geffen Records. That is really cool. And then last but not least is Birdie. And it's not last. We have more in here. But the Birdie soundtrack, of course. Of course. I've yet to pick this up on vinyl. I just saw it on the weekend. Again, not too hard to find, so I will grab it one day. Again, I don't know where this collection, where he got a lot of this collection from, because you just don't always see full art on cassettes, especially from the 70s and the 80s. There's oftentimes they would take the square record and then put the track listing below it. And so that's how my copy of Invisible Touch is like that on Atlantic. And I really would like to find, I know there are some full art versions. My We Can't Dance is like that, but I'd like to find actually, didn't I just get a copy of, anyway. Okay, so what do we have in here? Oh my goodness. Some cigarettes. A pack of cigarettes. Anybody need a smoke? This is the Sledgehammer. Look at this metallic paper. Let's go over here, see if you can see this better. Metallic paper Oh my gosh, that is so, so beautiful. And then you pull that open like this, and this would be a cassette single, right? And what do we have here? We have side one is Sledgehammer Dance Mix, Don't Break This Rhythm, Sledgehammer album version, and Biko album version. And then I'm wondering if it's the same on both sides. They often would do that. That is really, really cool. Really, really cool. And then we've got the same thing for Big Time. And this is from the So era. Look at the spines on those. That is so cool. And the way you open it up like this. Anybody know the story behind these types of cassette singles? I've never seen them in this metallic case, and I've never seen them done in a way that looks like a cigarette package. So Des, tell us in the comments what we should know about these. It's very, very beautiful. So cool. Then, of course, we have a copy of So. Probably my favorite Peter album, just because I'm a fan of the pop stuff. Really nice white cassette, and it looks like it's in mint condition. And then another single of Red Rain. Love that. We got some other things in here too. I'm going crazy. Black tape this time. Red Rain, man, that's high up there in one of my favorite Peter Gabriel songs. I think my favorite Peter Gabriel song is Mercy Street. We'll have to do a top 10, although I'm kind of like a surface level Peter Gabriel fan, as you know by the name of this channel. But like I like Shaking the Tree. The Greatest Hits album is one of my favorite albums of all time, even though I know it's not an album, just because I love the hits. So I know people don't like that. People are, obviously, I'm a huge Peter fan when it comes to, oh my gosh, what is going on here? I'm a huge Peter fan when it comes to the Genesis era. Okay, whoa, what do we have here? Okay, this says Peter Gabriel Contact. And this is a gold master cassette, Peter Gabriel Contact. Do we have any information here in the note? Contact is a bootleg I picked up at the time, mid-'80s. I have no idea where I got it from. I know I created the inlay card, open to see. Oh, so he created oh man, look at this cassette. Just beautiful. I love bootlegs, and I'll tell you, my next collection, I want to, sorry, I'm trying to get it in focus here. My next collection, I want to collect Genesis bootlegs on cassette or Phil Collins bootlegs on cassette. Real ones, not ones that have been transferred from digital to cassette. I want to find cassette bootlegs from the 70s and 80s and 90s from Phil and Genesis. That's my next collection. I've never found one in the wild, but I'd really like to find it. Here is a beautiful card that Des, I think, am I reading this right? That you created this inlay card? It looks like it was recorded around the same time as Plays Live, just from the songs and band personnel. Your viewers might know more. Side one is Rhythm of the Heat. Well, I'm going to just let you see this here. We have two of them, so I'll show you another one in a sec. Rhythm of the Heat, I Have the Touch, Not One of Us, Family and the Fishing Net, Shock the Monkey, Family Snapshot, Intruder, No Self-Control, Wallflower, DIY, Lay Your Hands on Me, Salisbury Hill, I Go Swimming, I Don't Remember. Live recording engineered by Carol Cool, studio processing engineered by Steve Swan, management by Gale Force Management, the fabulous, charming label. Okay, that is unbelievable. Des, you did an unreal job at packaging these. Like this military green and this super minimal. I'm going to cherish this tape. I love this kind of stuff. I have this crazy idea. Here's another one. There's something else amazing in this box. Peter Gabriel Contact. Here's another copy. It looks the exact same. This might be a different recording. Oh, this might be the continuation. Oh, I'm thinking this is the continuation, perhaps? Because we have. Okay, so I'm thinking this might just be, this is a all one show, a double cassette. I could be wrong, but look at this. Look at that. and the spine that's going to look beautiful in my collection. I only care what things look like. I don't care what they sound like. I'm just kidding. But these are beautiful, and I love the gold master cassettes. Anybody out there have any information? I don't think Des said he made the tapes, just the card, the tray card. So if you guys have any information about this series, please let us know in the comments. We would love to know. I have this crazy idea about, I would love for Concord, if they're doing it, I would love for them to do like a bootleg, an official bootleg series where we have like handmade artwork like this, or like the White Mountain, Genesis White Mountain, or even the bedside yellow foam, or the Odd Man Out, like that type of like photographed paper. Like I would love them to do like basically like an authentic bootleg, the things that look like bootlegs, and then take some of the greatest shows and put them on vinyl, and then release them digitally as well. Okay, we have one more little surprise in here that isn't a cassette, and I am blown away so far by this, and I haven't even got to this incredible thing here. This is, I have seen this before in the wild. This is a little booklet, and it is called Genesis, the Illustrated Discography. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Okay, and so I'll do my best to do some B-roll. Can you see that here? So we just have a little bit of information, credits about the records, some advertisements. This is very much like the archive that we just did. Some Brand X stuff, just little information about the albums. And you know what's funny? This is going to be so helpful here running the channel. So thank you, Des, for doing this, because, you know, oftentimes I'm like, oh, when did that come out? Or when did that come out in relation to that album? And so this is kind of like a quicker reference guide than opening up Wikipedia, which I do all the time. But like here we go, we have all of the Peter stuff, and we have some information about which one came out when. And I just feel like this is going to be really helpful. Same with Steve and Aunt Phillips. It's black and white on the inside. When was this published? In 1983. 1983 is a really special year for me because I arrived. Okay, look at this little back advertisement for Abacab. So they're also sharing, there's also advertisements in here. Some contact info for Genesis and for the band, for the, you know, some bibliography. So this is very much like the reference guide that would be made some 40 years later that we did a review for on this channel. Some really cool things in here. This is so beautiful. I will cherish this book. Thank you so much. Oh, look at this. It's a listing of non-commercial cassette tapes. So this is what I'm talking about. This is some of the stuff that I'm going to be looking for. John Peel sessions, Canadian TV sessions from 1972, Earl's Court 1977, repeat of Capitol Broadcast. So it's giving us information on some of the bootlegs. Oh my goodness, this is incredible. This has like a listing of some of the bootlegs that I actually have. I have that one there, picture about. Oh, this is so cool. I have that one as well, The Living Story. I've seen a lot of these. I have that White Mountain, UK White Mountain. We were just talking about that a second ago. That is so cool. And what a beautiful little booklet too. It's printed in color. It looks like it's Abacab artwork. This is so cool. Folks at home, let me know. This is from Omnibus Press. Let me know if you have a copy of this, and if there's any cool little tidbits or anything interesting I should know about this, please let me know. In the comments below if you have a copy, and if there's what you know about the history of this little book. Thank you so much, Des. What a beautiful collection of Peter Gabriel tapes that you donated to me. I am blown away. Some of these are just mind-blowing. We've got some hilarious soundtracks and some compilation cassettes that I will never, ever come across. And look at those spines. Aren't they so cool? Thank you for parting with your Peter Gabriel cassettes. Look at these again. Look at these. So, if you know anything about these singles, these cassette singles for Big Time and Sledgehammer, I'm going to give those a listen. How unreal is that? Isn't that so cool? Let me know if you know anything about that. And let me know in the comments if you know anything about these as well. How cool is that? If you are a crazy Genesis, Peter Gabriel, Phil Collins nerd, you need to come over and join our Patreon so that you can just waste your time chatting. In fact, Patreon is now allowing us to create a little chat, so you can download the app. You can get access to all of the bonus videos and episodes that aren't included on the main YouTube channel but are included over there. But you can download the app and you can chat all day and waste all your time. If you're still at work, if you're at home, if you're at a family dinner, you can sneak away and chat about Peter Gabriel cassettes with us. And you can talk about Genesis bootlegs, and you can talk about top 10 Phil Collins lists. So come join our Patreon. We'd love to have you. And thank you so much for Des for sending this shipment. I am going to cherish it. I'm going to take it downstairs now and listen to it on my tape deck, and I'm going to put it on my tape shelf. And I'm going to throw out any tapes I have that aren't Peter or Phil or Genesis or Brand X. You know the drill. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button for exclusive videos, behind-the-scenes content, and to have your say on future topics before I film. Have a look at our Patreon page. Thanks for watching.